Hi, I'm James Slack, the CEO of Midwest Distribution, a CO2 medical marijuana company here in California and headquartered in San Diego. Here today talking about the fact that we were raided on January 28th. Our two employees that were there were immediately put on the floor with guns to their head and were put in handcuffs and placed in our conference room for approximately 6 hours while they went through and took every computer, laptop, server, product, cash, whatever they could find. So after this raid, all of our assets were frozen, all of our bank accounts, all of my wife's accounts, all of our daughter's accounts, including my 19-year-old daughters and 16-year-old daughter. Their little college savings accounts have been frozen, and my one daughter is a student at San Jose State. She found out about the raid when she tried to use her ATM card to buy food at school, and of course it didn't go through, and called her mom crying, why can't I get any money? And of course we didn't have any money to send her because all of our money and all of our accounts had been frozen too. So it's just part of the devastation that these raids wreak onto unintended or undeserving victims, like two teenagers that had nothing to do with the business whatsoever. The police were high-fiving each other after the raid. Obviously, we've been unable to supply any of our dispensaries throughout the state. We were, one of the bigger companies in the medical marijuana industry. We were serving hundreds of dispensaries throughout the whole state, and obviously we've been shut down, and almost all of our employees have had to be laid off. There's been no charges or levied against me or the business or our employees, but all this money remains to be frozen to where we can't even operate or can't even pay for any legal defense.
So I was placed under arrest, and then they switched it to detainment after like an hour, and I was in handcuffs for about 3.5 hours before they decided to let me go. It was pretty hard for me. It was pretty traumatizing. I told, they were taking my livelihood from me and my kids, and then all of the employees that work there now, half of them don't have jobs, and just the thought of them taking all of everything away from us and all the patients that it's going to affect and all the businesses and the dispensaries and their families, it's just really hard to wrap my mind around how they just don't care. And obviously I was out of work for a couple days, and I didn't have the funds to take care of things, so we're kind of going through a transition right now. We can't afford to pay for daycare anymore, so we had to fly my mother-in-law out to help take care of our children because the money just isn't there. The work isn't there, and it's affected my whole family.
The Indiegogo campaign that we are starting is in order to pay for our legal defense. All the things that were seized, unfortunately, there's no charges. We don't even have a case number, so we're having to file actions at court and motions in order to try to get some of our money released so that we can even pay for our legal defense in this case, and it's very expensive. Unfortunately, we've learned that in the court system, money and assets are considered guilty until proven innocent instead of the other way around. The police filed forfeiture actions immediately. They were filed within 3 days of the raid on, because they have very good procedures on any kind of money that they get on that they want to keep it. So this campaign is designed to give us some funding to fight what we consider to be this illegal action and try to recover our business. We've had to lay off 21 of our 30 employees. Some are just sticking with us so that we can try to reconstitute the business in some way in a go-forward basis.